And the primary reason that we need to address them as directly as possible and as quickly as possible is our children, because it's not the divorce that does the damage. It's what we as parents are doing before, during, and after divorce that does the damage.
Some of the younger kids that I've worked with a divorce experience have a lot of anxiety about the unknown. They're not sure who's picking them up from school that day, even though maybe the parents told them that morning, but they have so much more to keep up with than they did when they were in a household with two parents. Now they have to know who's picking them up and whose house they're going to, if there's joint custody.
Divorced and divorcing parents do that on a regular basis. They misbehave, they mistreat the other person, they act inappropriately in some way, and then they justify that because they're angry and they believe they have a right to be angry. Yes, you have a right to be angry, but having a right to be angry is not the same as having a right to act inappropriately.
I get that from teenagers every day. Nobody understands me. My parents don't understand me. They don't know what I'm going through. They don't want to know what I'm going through. They have their own things going on. They're paying attention to what's going on in their lives and not mine.
Too often in a divorce, what happens is we try to control the other person. Well, and the same is true for our kids. We can't control our kids either. And when we try to control them, they resist. And certainly your ex-spouse will resist if you try to control them.
Wow, I definitely think I hear things parents never hear. And that's just the unique position that I have. Once children are comfortable in therapy, if they're comfortable with that counselor they're working with, they will open up about things that they're not going to be able to open up at home about.
There's a certain element of divorce, there's a certain unavoidable fact about divorce, and that is that your children at times are going to be in the middle. Your children at times are going to have to make a choice about who the good guy is and who the bad guy is. And most often you're not even aware they have to make that choice, and if you were, you would do anything in your power for them not to do that. I kind of approach divorce parenting and talking to parents as if all of us want what's best for our children, and even though we may not agree on exactly what those things are that will help our children to be the healthiest, we all want what's best for them, and we're willing to listen to whatever we have to in order to help make that happen. I do believe that about most parents. So I also believe that most parents would never want their children really to have to make choices about who the good guy is or who the bad guy is. I also know there are exceptions to that. I know that some parents do want their children making that choice. I do know that some parents want their children to choose them as the good guy and to choose to live with them. And I know that that's not good for children when that's happening. But the last thing I'd want to stress for all divorced and divorcing parents out there is don't set yourself up. Over and over again, I hear stories from parents who have had some conflict with their ex-spouse, and when it's all said and done, what we determine is they set themselves up for it to be worse and not better.
you.